appreciate what you're doing. Keep going.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So
Preaching the gospel.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So what's your nationality?
I'm white and black.
You're white and black. Okay. Your father black? Your mom is black. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, in that case,
I felt it in my heart.
okay. In that case, I have to give you the truth. Okay, according to the scriptures. All right. My lesson today is the end of the world is coming, right? And salvation is coming to the nation of Israel and Judah. That's it. And the nation, and it's through the seed of the Father. Okay, through the seed of the Father, and that would be Judah the Negro, Benjamin Levi. They would be of Negro descent, and the tribes of the Americas and islands. Okay, through the seed line of the Father. So you say your father is a so-called white man, right? All right. Okay. All right. From Europe, right? In America, right? Europeans. Yeah. All right. So, unfortunately for you, I hate to say that the nation of Israel is going to inherit the kingdom, and pretty much the so-called white man and all the nations that had us in captivity are going into slavery. They're going into captivity, unfortunately, through the seed of the Father. It's the seed of the Father. All right. I hate to tell you that, but I don't know. But I don't know your father's line though. If your father's line goes back to the Israelites, then yeah, okay, all right. But if you don't, they're going into servitude. All the so-called white man is going into servitude. Japanese, Chinese, the Indians, the Arabs, all of them are going into captivity. All right, I'll read you a scripture. Psalms 83 and verses 1. Okay, this is King David speaking. It says, "Alone, thine enemies making turmoil, and they have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones." The hidden ones were the Negroes that were brought here from West Africa to America. Okay, they were actually Jews. Let me show you this right here. They were actually Jews from Negro land. This is a 1747 map, and this is the map of Negro land, right? And on the map is the kingdom of Judah on the slave coast. They didn't tell you that in high school. See? The kingdom of Judah. Okay, so the Jews were there, the Hebrews. That's who they took into captivity and slavery in America. Okay, all right. So the Messiah, his name is Yahushua. All right, he was a Negro from the tribe of Judah. He was not a so-called white man. All right, he was not. They deceived the whole entire world with white Jesus. That's what they did. Okay, and they became gods on the earth. All right, they ruled the whole planet from Europe, NATO, and America, being Babylon the Great. All right, and the Lord has decreed the destruction of America. All right, America is going to be destroyed with nuclear fire. Okay, that's what it means by Sodom and Gomorrah. It's going to be like Sodom and Gomorrah. It's going to be burned. All right, and the only ones that's going to be delivered is the nation of Israel and Judah, the elect of Israel. Not all of them, the elect that return back to this gospel, the true understanding. All right, we was taken down in Europe. We was ruling in Europe for 1,000 years. Okay, this is when the Portuguese came back into power in the 1300s. They took down the Negroes that was ruling Europe, the Moors. All the Negroes were ruling over there. All right, this is the heads that they cut off. All right, and they put the Negroes in captivity. They sent them over into Haiti, Jamaica, and the islands, and they came over Portugal put the Jews into West Africa. Okay, they shipped them in West Africa. And then the so-called white man bought us from the so-called Africans and brought us over here to America. So that's the true gospel. So these African Americans running around here are from the top tribe, the royal house of Judah, and they don't even know it. But the Lord is is raising up the prophets from Judah, out of Judah, in the spirit through this gospel, and we're calling back the 12 tribes of Israel before it's too late. That's why you got this enormous activity over in let me see here that I use for edification. That's why you got this enormous activity in Gaza and Israel, okay, in the Strip, because they're not supposed to be there. The Palestinians ain't supposed to be there. Neither do the Israelis, because all of them are Edomites. They're the so-called white man. I mean, the Israelis are Edomites. They're the so-called white man. That's why we protect them with our military, because they're brethren. The so-called white man over here is brethren with the Israelis. They're the same people. They're just the top tribe. They're the chief tribe of Amalek. They are the chief tribe of the Edomites, the so-called white man. That's why we protect them with our military, okay? And they own America, okay? Israeli, those Jews, the so-called small hats, they own America, okay? All right? All of the corporations are owned by them, all right? And that's, so whatever they say goes. They said, we're going to destroy the Palestinians. They destroyed the Palestinians, okay? That's why they took down the Native Americans, all right? They called them savages, right? Under the guise of savages. Now they're calling them terrorists, right? See? Unfortunately, they are representative in the Bible as the devil and Satan, okay? The devil meaning the deceiver, all right? They're deceiving the whole world because everybody thinks they're the holy people when they're not. All right? The Jews are in captivity, all right? All right? The Jews are in captivity, and they will be returned back to their own land through a divine intervention, okay? Divine intervention. You know these UFOs, they got a Space Force? The UFOs they spotted, and they gave a representation. They're the angels. They're the angels that are watching over. They've been here since time began. All right, and they're the salvation of Israel and Judah. Okay, all right. Let me show you that real quick. You know, let me show you how the Savior was taken up out of here. He was taken up out of here in a cloud. Okay, they can make the clouds a chariot. They can make the cloud a spaceship. Let me read it to you. Acts 1:8. 6. We're reading 6 because the kingdom of Israel will be restored, right? The kingdom, when they say the kingdom, that means dominion and rulership. It's going to be transferred from Esau to Jacob. Currently, Esau, the so-called white man, is ruling, and Jacob, the 12 tribes, are going to inherit the whole planet Earth. Okay? All right? Yeah. That's how it's going to, that's what this is all about. Yahushua is from the tribe of Judah, the royal house of Judah. All right? He's coming back to save his people. Okay? The 12 tribes of Israel, the elect of them, 144,000 elect spirits. Okay? Yeah. That's who's going to be saved. Everybody else, they're going to be melted here in America and everywhere where the children of Israel dwell, where they took in the captivity all over the earth in slave ships. Okay? Yeah. I mean, I hate to give you that bad news, but that's the truth. Acts 1:6. When they therefore will come together, they asked him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom of Israel? See, the disciples were looking for the kingdom of Israel to come in when the so-called Jesus was on earth. I mean, it's Yahushua is his name. They were looking forward to the kingdom of heaven coming in since he was there, right, on the earth. But this is what he told them. And he said, it is not for you to know the times of the season which the Father has put in his own power. But ye shall receive power after that. The Holy Ghost is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and all Judea and Samaria, and unto the uttermost parts of the earth. Okay, so they would be witnesses. Witnesses being, okay, when you go to court, you get a witness to witness the matter, right? They were there. The witnesses are Judah and Israel, the prophets, okay? We're witnessing against Esau, Edom, okay? What they have done to our people and everything. We're crying out to the Lord, and the Lord is manifesting in real time the words that are in this book. We're speaking it into existence as the children of the prophets, and then he's manifesting. That's why he's bringing about World War III, because the tribe of Judah all over the earth prophesying this true gospel all over the earth. Okay, we're not telling you that there's going to be peace. Okay, there's going to be destruction coming. Okay, there's a new rulership coming in, and both of us can't rule at the same time. Okay, one got to go. Okay, all right. When they therefore will come together, they asked him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom of Israel? He said unto them, it is not for you to know the times of the season which the Father has put his own power, for ye shall receive power of the Holy Ghost. After that, it come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and all Judea and Samaria, and under the uttermost parts of the earth. So later the disciples died. They were reborn again and regenerated, all right, over here in America and subsequent lands. And they're prophesying all over again. They're doing it, they're back in their lot doing the will of the Lord. Our spirits are regenerated. Okay? They don't die. They just return. When we die, our body goes back to the earth and our spirit returns back to the Most High. And then he sends it back again to be reborn. That's how it's done. Okay? All right, just to give you short. But you can make the point, and when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of his sight. That's what's going to be the great miracle. The Lord is going to save his people by divine intuition, and the chariots are going to come in before the missiles are shot. All right, I can read that to you. They're going to be coming, and they're going to take him up. Okay, just like Yahweh Shah was taken up. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel, which said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Jesus, or Yahushua, which is taken up from you in heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. So he's going to return back with the clouds, all right? The chariots, okay? All right? And he's going to save his people with those chariots. They're going to be taken up out of here before the missiles hit. All right?
Keep doing what you're
All
doing.
right.
I appreciate it. I got
All right. I know you got to go.
Yes, sir.
All right?
I wish I could.
Gospel here.
The wheat and the tares. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rekakadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the believers, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. This is your brother Yakanan, back with another lesson. You seen the video with a young man that came up to me and to the camp, in which he seemed to be sincere and zealous, probably more than likely for Jesus Christ, in the ministry. Okay, so I had to tell him who he was in the Bible. Okay, the tares and the wheat, the description of that is, the interpretation of it is, the Lord will have to sift the wheat from the tares. In other words, the enemy, in which is the so-called white man, would sow these tares all over the earth. Okay, in other words, he raped the women and sowed tares amongst the wheat. Whether it be your so-called Portuguese Edomite, no matter what land that they came from, they still are Edomites from the Bible. Okay, the French, the Dutch, all of them, the ones that came here and inherited America, okay, including this guy's father, okay, goes back to these Edomites that took the land of America, okay, in which the Most High's name was here in America and it was in Israel because the people were there. We're a people before a place. So with that being said, he would fall under the judgment that's coming for Edom, okay, the Idumeans. All right, so let's read a few of the scriptures. Matthew 13 and 25. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat. All right. But when the blade was sprung up, verse 26, when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. Verse 27, so the servants of the household came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares? Okay, you go to 29. But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Okay. Verse 30. Let both grow together unto the harvest, and in the time of harvest I will say to the reapers, Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat to my barn. Okay. Verse 36, then Yahushua sent the multitude away and went into the house, and his disciples came unto him, saying, Declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. Verse 38, the field is the world, the good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. Matthew 13 and 40, as therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. Okay, so Yahushua broke it down, okay, very plainly, okay. We know as Hebrew Israelites that the so-called white man is the devil, okay, and this right here proves it, because this is not a fairy tale, okay, this is literally what happened. We're talking about the top spirit of the universe, the Savior who is with Yahweh, okay, all right, and he's the one who created all things. So of course he knew what the so-called white man would do when he came back into power, okay, and through the centuries, all right, they would conquer the lands, all right, and then they would sow tares by having sex with the women and therefore producing children. Okay, and they would look like Israelites, okay, but they really wouldn't be Israelites. They would be Edomites, okay, the so-called white man, the seed of the so-called white man, which is the devil and Satan, all right. And I had to tell this guy that, and he is probably going to blow over his head, and he probably will never figure it out. But at the end of the day, he got the truth, all right. His father is an Edomite. His mother is a Negro, okay? And therefore he will be a tare, and therefore he will be destroyed and will be a slave in the kingdom along with his father's seed line, all right? Let's go ahead and take a look at this word tares just to prove it. Okay, hold on a second. It's taking a little while. There we go. So with just to prove it, we'll look at the word tares in the Greek. Okay. Zyzizion, something like that, right? Zyzizion. All right. Let's see how it's spelled. Pronounced.
Strong's G 2215. Zizanion. Zizanion.
Okay, Zazanion. All right. Now let's look what the word means. All right, tares, right? And it's this description of wheat. Okay. You got some wheat that looks a certain way, and they both look the same, but they're not the same. They're two different species. All right. And Yahushua was trying to, he was given a parable in order for the apostles and disciples and the elect to only get it. All right. That's how the Yahushua spoke, because he knew that only the elect will be able to receive this understanding. All right. Okay, so it says a kind of darnel resembling wheat, except the grains are black. Okay. All right. The Strong's definition of uncertain origin, darnel, or false grain, tares, false grain. I guess that would be the real point. Uncertain, false grain. Okay. So I think that should answer it. Okay. It's a false grain. All right. So let's go back. All right. We'll go to Matthew 13 and 38. All right. Right here. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. Okay, that's the answer. All right, they're the children of the wicked one. Okay, the children of Satan. They have the spirit of Satan in them. They are the wicked, and which would be the Edomites on the planet Earth. Right. Okay. All right, and that's how Yahushua is gonna know. Okay, they look the same. All right. Look like light-skinned Negroes or what have you. All right. Some could be darker than others, but they ain't. Or some could be from the Northern Kingdom, because I've ran into Northern Kingdom, a guy from, I think his mother was from Peru and his father was white, but he looked like his mother. He looked just like a Mexican, but he was really just a so-called white guy. All right. All right, so let me read that again. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. All right, Matthew 13 and 40. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be at the end of the world. So they're gonna receive the same fate as their forefather, as their fathers, the seed of their fathers. You see that? All right. Genesis 3 and 15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. So this is written in stone. Nobody can change this. The Lord set this up in motion from the very beginning. All right. That there would be a wicked seed in the earth, and there would be a righteous seed in the earth that would come out of Jacob. Okay. All right. Because he was speaking of the woman being Israel. Okay. All right. Because the Most High referred to as Israel as a comely and delicate woman. All right. Let's go there real quick. Jeremiah 6 and 2. So you cannot stop the fate of what's going to happen to Edom in the seed line. All the rape and robbery is going to come back on him and on his children. All right. They will not be allowed into the kingdom of heaven. In other words, they're not going to be Israelites. They're not Israelites. They're Edomites. So they're not of the chosen line, seed line. Okay. All right. Jeremiah 6 and 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion. Let's see here. See, can I get that blowed up? Nope, that's about it. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. The daughter of Zion, which is Jerusalem, which is Israel, the Israelites. Okay. That's the daughter of Zion. Okay. The descendants. Okay. Daughter being the descendants. All right. Of the children of Israel. Okay. If you can get that. All right. Okay. So we go back to Genesis 3 and 15. And I will put enmity, okay? They would be enemies, okay? Between thee and the woman, okay? All right, the seed of the so-called white man, the seed of the descendants of Edom, right? And the woman, which is that we just read, is Israel, all right? All right, the children of Israel. And between thy seed and her seed, all right? It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel, okay? All right, so this scenario here is showing you a hatred that Esau and Jacob will have between each other. Ecclesiastes 1 verses 9 through 11. This is explaining regeneration and reincarnation. All right, and the spirit in the ancient world at the beginning of the garden. All right, when the Lord had introduced the devil and Satan in the earth, it was a man at the time, and it's a man today. And the spirit was regenerated and reincarnated. And this is what I'm trying to explain here. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It hath already of old time which was before us. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. Okay, then when we go to chapter 6 and verses 10, it explains what this means. That which has been is named already, and it is known that it is man, neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he. So we don't remember former things. Our spirit returns back to the Most High when we die, and he sends it back to be regenerated, reborn again, okay, in the earth. And this is what happened back in the garden, okay? The wicked spirit that was present in the garden, all right? It was a man. There was a man present there that the Lord was speaking about that would eventually be regenerated and would be at war with Israel. That's as simple as I can put it, okay? It would be at war with Israel. All right? All right? So, we can go to Genesis chapter 4, verses 1. And this shows the wicked spirit that was in Cain. All right? He could not do right. And Cain was regenerated as Esau. All right? Genesis 4 and 1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep. But Cain was a tiller of the ground, and in the process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of the flock, and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth, and why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted, and if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. Okay? All right? So, Cain was wicked. Okay? And when we fast forward, Cain was regenerated as Esau. All right? Because we can look at the characteristics of the two boys. And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. am I my brother's keeper? And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which has opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. Okay, so the Most High did not put Cain to death at that point in time. All right, because he brought Cain back as Esau. Okay, Genesis 27. All right, so the just remember, Abel was a he took care of the sheep, all right, and Cain was a tiller of the ground, right? And when you look at the two boys over here in Genesis chapter, we'll go to 25. See, can I find it here real quick? All right. Okay. All right, here we go. Genesis chapter 25 and 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord of his wife. She was barren, and the Lord was entreated him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. So, Rebekah and Isaac had twins. Okay, let's continue on with the story. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red. That's your first clue. That's the color of the so-called white man. He's red, he's not white. All over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold onto Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And just keep in mind that in the scripture at let's just get it, Genesis chapter 3 and 15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. And her seed, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. You see how the heel was mentioned in both of those scriptures. So that really connects the two scriptures together, the two precepts, all right, as prophetic Bible fulfillment. All right. Okay. And before I lose my train of thought on this, 2nd Esdras 6 and 7. Okay, we're talking about that heel. All right, mentioned in both of them. 2nd Esdras 6 and 7. And then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of times, or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born to him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Now this is the meaning, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So from the very beginning of the scriptures, the Lord is telling you the end of the movie. Okay, so Esau will rule the earth, and Jacob will rule after. Okay. All right, so getting back to Genesis chapter, so I just thought I would kind of put those together for you there. Genesis chapter 25. When you look at the characteristics of the boys, all right, we'll go down to verse 27. And the boys grew. Esau was a cunning hunter. Cain was what? A tiller of the ground, right? A man in the field. And Jacob was a plain man living in tents. Whereas Abel, he also was a plain man that took care of the sheep, right? As his forefathers did. So you see the similarities here. So the Lord regenerated Cain in order to fulfill the lot of a fugitive, all right, in the earth. Okay, and later at the end, he would be taken out by the Savior and the angels, okay, Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. But meanwhile, he would, with his blessing of the sword, he would conquer the nations, and he would sow tares amongst the wheat, because they're the two children, the Edomites and the Israelites are joined at the hip in this Bible prophecy. All right, there would be hatred. That's why they lynched us, they murdered us, they did everything to keep us down. Right, we have all that history of the hatred, the perpetual hatred that came from Esau, Edom. But I thought hopefully that explains and kind of ties things together here so you can understand. All right, we'll go to Genesis chapter 27. And when Esau received his blessing, all right, which was the gift of the sword and conquering, all right, and I guess we might as well just read that. All right, Genesis 27 and 40. All right, Jacob received eternal rulership, all right, at the end. All right, that's going to happen with Yahweh Shai and the kingdom of heaven through Yahweh Shai, okay, in 144,000 Salaki. Genesis 27 and 40. And by thy sword shall thou live, and shall serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Okay, so right now they are in the dominion. After the 1300s, they broke the yoke off of Jacob's off of their neck. The Edomites began to rule again. All right, and then of course we know the story. They came over here in 1492 and established America. All right, okay, all right, and I guess that's in 41. I wanted to read verse 41, Salaki. All right, Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. So that's why you see we had all the incidents, the George Floyds, the all kinds of our leaders were destroyed. Salakia. All of our leaders were destroyed by Esau Edom. Okay, we have the history. All right, he destroyed the Native Americans. He took down what the civil rights, Martin Luther King. Well, we can go on and on and on and on. All right, the Tuskegee experiments, the Black Wall Street. Okay, it goes on and on. It's because of the perpetual hatred between and the enmity from the very beginning that it was instilled. And therefore, for me telling you this, you should be able to point this out in history and be able to see it yourself. But anyway, let's go to Ezekiel 35, because I'm trying to give you the reason why they are the tares. We know who these people are. You get what I'm saying? Ezekiel 35 and 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And he is speaking of the Edomites, okay, of Mount Seir, okay, and we're told to prophesy against them. Verse 8, when we go up to 1, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, because that was the inheritance of the Edomites, Mount Seir, which is in Petra, Jordan. Okay, all right. So hopefully you can understand it. They had what did it say from the very beginning? They had a enmity that was placed. This was done in the spirit. Okay, all right. So all right, we're gonna go to And we'll get into Romans chapter 9. All right. So it's because of the chosen seed of the Israelites. All right. The Lord will have to separate the tares that would be sold in the earth. You know, and that's what this lesson is about. Romans 9:3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from the Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertains the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises. So the promises were given to the Israelites, not the Edomites. Okay, but they were given a blessing, a consolation prize, the manifest destiny. They were allowed to conquer the nations and rule for a season. Okay, whose are the fathers, of whom, as concerning the flesh, the Mashiach came, who is over all, the Most High blessed. Not as though the word of the Most High had taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are Israel. In other words, it's a myriad of Israelites out here that are not of the elect. They're not of the chosen seed line. Okay, they're Israelites, but they're not chosen. They can't receive. They're 2/3 Israelites. They're gonna be destroyed. All right. Okay. If you can understand, that's at Zechariah 13:8. Okay. But anyway, for they are not all Israel, which are Israel, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all the children. All right. So in other words, they could be Israelites, but they are not of the chosen. All right, the elect. All right. But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Okay. They would come through Jacob. All right. Okay. All right. Because the Lord passed over Esau, the firstborn. He passed over Ishmael, which was the firstborn of Abraham. Okay. The firstborn of Jacob, Ishmael, was passed over. All right. And it went to Isaac. All right. So in Isaac shall thy seed be called. All right. That is, which are the children of flesh, they are not the children of God, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. For this is the word of the promise: at this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being yet not born. So the Lord put this in motion in the spirit before they were even born. You know, Esau and Jacob, you know, that they would be the progenitors of the earth, that they would be the rulers, and through their seed line, this is how it would be set up: righteous versus the wicked. All right. For the children being yet not born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election, okay, the election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, the Lord loved the 12 tribes of Israel, he chose them. But Esau have I hated, which is the seed of the so-called white man. All right. And his descendants. Okay. All right. So hopefully you can receive that. All right. We go to Isaiah 14:21. And it reads, all right. So they're not going to get out of what they've done. The Lord set things in motion for he created an enemy, okay, a villain in this Bible, in the movie. All right. He set this up for Esau to be the villain of the movie. All right. Isaiah 14 verses 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off Babylon, the name, and the remnant, and the son, and the nephew, saith the Lord. So this is how the Lord is going to track down the fugitive Cain. Okay, his spirit's reborn in Esau, and at the end, they will be destroyed by nuclear fire. Their descendants, the descendants of them. Okay. All right. So the Lord is holding them accountable for their actions. All right. If you can understand that. All right. They were the curse of the earth. All right. He called Cain the curse of the earth. Let me go to Isaiah 34 verses 5. It says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea," which is another term for Esau, Edom, the Edomites, "and upon the people of my curse." Did he not say that that Cain will be cursed? Okay. "On the people of my curse to judgment." All right. So at the end, they will be destroyed. All right. So hopefully you got something from that. We're going to go to Jeremiah 12 and verses 9. All right. "Mine heritage," which is the heritage is Israel, right, "is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour." So the heritage Israel has been scattered amongst the nations. So some of them look like the nations. All right. So we ask questions. We ask a person, hey, what's your nationality? Isaiah 34 and 16. "Seek ye out of the book of Yahweh and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it has commanded, and his spirit it has gathered them." So it's through the spirit of Yahweh Shai that man is drawn, Israelite man is drawn to this truth, or woman. It is not of us to bring them in. All we can do is be the messenger, but it is the spirit that's in the volume of the Holy Scriptures that draws them to this truth. Okay. All right. John 6 verse 44. "No man can come to me except the Father which has sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day." So through the words being spoken out of the Holy Scriptures, the men of the Lord, the elect, is drawn into this truth. And with that, I say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the believers, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Shalom.